Alright guys, welcome back to the astronomy wing. And welcome back to another video of Hogwarts Legacy. So today's video I think we're getting close to the end in this game. Like we have a few more missions in this main quest. So now we have to go talk to Emmett, and he asked us to bring us someone that speaks, well, the goblin language. Gobbledygook. So let's see what's going on with him and why he needed someone that speaks this language.
Hello there.
Hello. Oh, what's that?
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Serona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Serona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Let's get straight into it.
Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
So he's gonna meet us there? Then why is he following us? Why don't we just go together? Alright, so we have to go meet him at Lodgok's. And that looked like it was dang, look how far this is. 1,800 meters away. Jesus. Oh, if you think we're running or even riding the broom that far, you're crazy.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here.
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped.
Oh no.
Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
Oh no.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Oh god, so now we're hiding something from him
It is
too?
an honor, sir.
Jeez.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it.
Oh my god.
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door, or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Our mate and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
So we got like an undercover mission, huh? Okay. Usually all the other missions is you can sneak if you want to, or if you want to go in like invisible you can.
Revelio.
This one's almost like you absolutely have to. Is it this door? It's this door, isn't it? Oh, it's the eye. Yeah.
The door is looking at us.
Yeah, we have to go invisible.
Yes, of course.
It's like the chests that are around Hogwarts and everywhere. Imagine those chests originated from in here. The mind's eye. Oh, I said it like that.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mind. It's even grander than I had expected.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of fights. There could be goblins, there could be spiders.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look
Oh,
at this
so it looks like
lift.
we have a little bit of
Impressive
a
workmanship for so simple a
puzzle
device.
here, huh?
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting.
I feel like that's just like a test. Oh my god. Alright. Diving
I
deeper.
still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
So it looks like we're gonna have to...
I've read about mines like this, but
Oh, okay.
seeing one is something else altogether.
Oh, oops. Actually, hold on, before we go, what did this do?
We'll need to get across this gap somehow.
Oh, it's like we just shut it off. Huh. We can't do it again. But we heard some goblins. You on?
Amit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
Oh, we're not gonna be able to... Oh my god.
Stop yourself, if you're there.
Whoa!
There was a human here. A miss.
Oh my god.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
He didn't expect all the duel. Oh, so we're gonna. I just like follows us.
We're being watched by a door.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to go far away where they can't see us. Alright. Alright, so this door is open now. Okay, so I thought maybe we could go up there. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna have to set that afire.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Does it stay lit? Okay.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
They were definitely down here.
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Empty-handed? Oh.
Clever.
Well, that goblin's definitely gonna see us.
Hello?
Crap. Oh my god, that's probably one of the most tragic deaths I've ever seen. I can't lock on this guy.
Chill spells glance off of me. Let's get this over with. Rather unwise coming back this way.
Crap. Oh my, alright, that's it.
You can't stop us. Easily.
really is too much.
Stay close.
He said it's too
Handle
much.
it first.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Probably like a monster or a machine. We haven't really used any like our like inventory items like venomous tech what? Endurance potion. That increases our defense. So it's almost like we'll save these for when we absolutely need them, like a boss fight or something. I didn't forget I had them, just didn't really see the need to use them.
Don't wish to be seen, do we?
That guy's gonna be harder to get unless we no one sees us though.
Patrolling this area is a waste of my time. What's going on out here?
Oh no.
That was unimpressive.
Yo, I
Release me! Not quite.
okay. Oh my god. No way.
What's the way? I've been fighting since before you were. How nice of you to stop by. Put me down! Return me to the ground at once. I will make you. Oh, you think you're...
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, I'll meet.
Yes, of course.
Alright, so we just had a pretty challenging goblin encounter. And now we have to go through another seeing eye door. And we have to search for more of the evidence of Ranrock's plan. Maybe with that lit. Okay, so that's why it wouldn't work before.
Rebellion.
We got a chest. Oh, we got more plans.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
So they're building a drill? So they're really trying to do something.
There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
Imagine if it just went, like, lower.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
He didn't like any of it, did he? He didn't think it was gonna be like that. Alright, so now we have to go back to Lodgok and tell them about their plans that we found.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Wait. Yeah. Are you gonna get in? I mean, I'm sure we could just leave without you. Wait. Looks like we're not getting out of here. Because that is not the way to go. Let's try this again. Back in the valley.
Can we please talk about what...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was.
It was.
I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own.
Really?
We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war.
Uh-oh.
I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Well, things just got real interesting now.
I have to complete them.
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
Come by Spin Witches? So we get another broom upgrade? Huh, okay. I'm up for this. Alright, we got some new quest missions. So let's get our next broom upgrade? Okay. Finally.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you.
4,000.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Thanks for stopping by. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details?
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Reyes is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right. I think.
Might be a bit dangerous for a broom trial. I'll see what I can do.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success.
I see what he
Do
did
be
there.
careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
The Headmistress. Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna go here.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Okay, and it looks like the next mission is the Polyjuice plot. What the hell? We have to sneak into the headmaster's office? Oh my. Imagine getting caught doing that.
Master's office. Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
I'm pretty sure he'd be expelled.
Revelio. Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Oh.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does?
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Uh-oh. That's crazy.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Imagine.
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear
Just
gratitude
so
coming
weird.
from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the Headmaster's house elf.
This is crazy. All the students are gonna be like, hello, sir. It's really a girl.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor.
Oh my
I was
God.
hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did? Yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I will decide what's best.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
That's funny.
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
We can't even use our wand.
What could the headmaster want?
Gareth. Mr. Weasley.
Ugh.
What are you doing here? Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor. Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago. Muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I hear you're getting quite good at those concoctions you brew. I say, why don't you bring a sample of your next batch to my office? I'd like to give it a try.
What? Yes, sir.
It's
I
like,
will.
what?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Well, there's one for my diary.
We're like literally acting as like the headmaster. I mean, might as well, right? We got the guys.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
Headmaster, here, what could he want?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Better be careful. The master's in town.
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the minister.
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What? nonsense. That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Please do. Well, I mean, we want Quidditch.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
Maybe with us acting as the headmaster, we can probably get
What
Quidditch.
did you do to deserve him as a headmaster?
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
We're just like Mr. Scrooge right now, acting like the bad guy.
I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
What are you doing?
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible. I mean, I've seen them about. I mean, yes, sir.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
This is great.
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
This is so good. Acting as the headmaster. Making sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to do. I could probably be a better house master
when I
than him.
witness what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world.
Professor, a word.
Oh
please.
no.
Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley.
Uh-oh.
How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf.
Oh.
I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest
she knows.
to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You can't believe everything you hear, Professor.
It's actually her.
No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley.
That's all
Good
Weasley. Oh, I'm pretty sure she knows.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Wait until Master sees what a wonderful job Scrope is doing.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Remind me.
But Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
You dare question me? Change my mind.
And now I'm telling you that you can tell me.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's to do with strength. It's to do with my family reign. It's to do with purity of blood. Oh my god.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
But certainly I remember. It's still stronger together, no?
Master has made Scrope laugh.
Oh man, this is not going good.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
Of course, as Master knows, in French.
Oh no.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Ahem. Attention, students. I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the noble banners of Gryffindor. I shall be taking no questions at this time, or ever.
Oh, this is good. We're having fun with being him for a day. This is crazy. Everything's Gryffindor. All the Polygel's potions wearing off. It says we have to hide.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle.
That was good.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
So we got a quest for Natty too. Well, Natty's one of our good friends, so we're gonna go see what Natty's up to.
I think...
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Castle must have been quite stately in its time.
Castle does look pretty good though.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Yes.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
So we gotta go speak with Agabus Filbert, Daisy Raby, Otto Dibble. Are they like in Hogsmeade?
Revelio.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
We've never been up here before. There she is.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No. I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Keep it between us. Yeah, this guy's like a trouble,
Some
huh?
evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Alright, so
Otto
who's up
Dibble
next?
works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
No, I have it now.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
I mean, we've got enough information now. We've still got one more person to talk to.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Oh, there you are.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You should have spoken out. You were wise not to speak out.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow, as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling. to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot.
Neanderthals.
Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking,
Revelio.
as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Hope you don't mind us going in here.
Revelio.
It's like right in front of his face. Azure mosaic robe. There's like nothing in here. Whatever you saw, didn't happen. Return to the meeting spot to update Natty now. I mean, now we have enough information to take him down.
Like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
So we just ran all the way over here for nothing? No way, right? As the music intensifies. She's not here
Natty
either.
must be around here somewhere.
Revelio.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Revelio will show me where she was taken.
These docks outside the Hog's Head and offer a pleasant place to sit and relax. You got a new hat? Just looks so weird.
Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
It's gotta be here somewhere. Okay, we've been in here. That chest is open.
Revelio.
Where is she? So there's like a secret door? Why is she in the cellar?
Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Revelio. A hidden door. Mattie must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio.
I don't trust Ranrock, I'll tell you that. He'll turn on us the first chance he gets.
We got some fine Otto Dibble's love letter and book of poems, so that's down here too. Alright, well if we find that, we gotta give it back to him.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
So he took her? So he's here.
I'm in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
This is not good. Oh my god. It's about to go down.
Expulso! Coward flesh of inspiration! Expulso! Not going well for you. Quite conductive, aren't we? You're no match for me. To your knees. Expulso! Say what you will about Feldcroft, but the estate is spacious.
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
What?
Revelio. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Revelio.
A lamb lost that cat again, anyone there? For killing.
He must be here somewhere.
Don't think you're going to get
Flash of inspiration. Expulso.
Stupid guy.
Expulso. Barely felt anything that took from above. Expulso.
Stupid guy.
Incendio.
Expulso. My stance, I'll admit.
Incendio.
Revelio.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will tell you what you need to do.
Revelio. Mr. Rabe? Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Revelio. Mr. Abe's wand could be in there. Mr. Abe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Abe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Well, at least we freed him. Now go free her.
Revelio.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Whoa.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Find a way out of the Ashwinders' hideout. Oh, there's probably gonna be a fight.
Revelio.
This probably is not gonna go well.
Revelio.
We found both those letters too, so we can give them back to those people.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe.
Oh, gotta love my new nickname.
Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
The authorities haven't been much help.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this.
I mean, we just did what you guys couldn't do.
You may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
I mean, we just did what literally they could probably never have done. Crazy. And then we get like yelled at? No way, right? So now it looks like we're on the last main mission of the chapter of Ranrock and Rookwood. Find Professor Fitzgerald's portrait. So it looks like we're going to have another trial. Alright. So it looks like that's going to be the next big one. And then we got a meeting with Poppy in the Forbidden Forest. Still got to get to level 30 to handle this one. And then we have a race. So let's go see what that item was that we got that it's identified. So we got to go to the rumor requirement.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Oh my god, look at this hat. The most weirdest glasses. No thanks. Look at that hat. I think we're gonna rock that. The more ridiculous we look, the better, I guess. Both of these gloves are just not good. Can we like change? So like this top hat. So with this hat, decrease damage taken from goblins, increase damage, greatly increase damage. Alright, we're gonna use this one. And that's for our hat, because we use Bombard a lot. Our scarf. Greatly increased damage with Incendio, fire. Significant increased damage of all damage spells. Oh, so we can only do up to 2. Oh, I see. We have to be doing we're gonna do the trial. We have to meet Poppy in the Forbidden Forest. Slowly get to level 30, and then the sky's the limit with the race with Imelda race. Alright guys, hope you liked that episode. This one was fun. We acted as Professor Black for the Headmaster. That was actually pretty cool. That was probably like the best mission in this whole one. And then helping all those people at the end. So we ended this one pretty good. And it's looking like the next one's going to possibly be even better. Because we got a big trial and we're finishing the chapter of Rookwood and Ranrock. So guys, I'll see you on the next one.